Welcome back to Media and Entertainment Summit 2025. I'm joined here by Nitya from Godrej Consumer Products, who has just stepped off stage after her session on primetime programming. Welcome, Nitya.
Thanks, Varun.
Would love to know what was one key takeaway from the discussion from engaging your co panelist, the moderator, that really resonated with you.
I think the one thing that I heard in common across all of us on the panel was the fact that we're no longer looking at a very content-driven definition of prime time. That we're looking at audiences wherever they are across multiple time bands, multiple channels, multiple platforms for that matter. And the fact that consumption has gotten so de-averaged has really uh, changed how we see prime time as an advertiser community. While content still is focused on a certain traditional definition of prime time, as advertisers we've definitely started seeing this a little differently.
Fascinating how consumption has deleveraged. It's a great perspective. Would love to know how do you look at building resonance with regional audiences? There's a India, there are multiple Indias.
Right.
And do you look at short video as a vehicle to connect with these audiences?
Everywhere that audiences are today, where they're consuming content, where they're coming for entertainment, is definitely a potential vehicle as far as what advertisers consider, right? I think, however, there's a couple of other factors that go into this beyond there being a content consumption trend. Content consumption trends, the fact that short videos grown, I think it's today 50% of digital content consumed is pretty much on shorts and reels, right? So it definitely is a compelling case in terms of scale. Uh, Few other factors I think that as advertisers we consider is, can you tell the brand story in that kind of time, right? In a way that it registers with consumers in an equally compelling manner, right? And I think there is some journey to be traveled over there, right? And two, is the consumer really watching advertising? Because most short form is highly skippable, right? So, what's the value to the advertiser of being on short form? I think is a question that we're still asking.
Fantastic. And would love to know, there are many Indias, but what really brings it together is live sporting events,
Right.
particularly cricket.
Right.
How has that vehicle worked out for you as a brand?
So again, I'll just go back to one of the discussions that we were having today. There was a roundtable on FMCG and cricket, right? And we all acknowledge that live sports brings in a certain amount of incremental audiences who are otherwise very hard for advertisers to find. Again, questions to ponder over: what is the price that it's coming at, especially in the context of FMCG, right? We're advertisers who need to be on it 365 days a year. And hence, we cannot afford to blow the bank on one event at a point in time, because we have consumers in the market every single day. And so we need to advertise every single day, right? So cricket needs to be evaluated, or any live sports for that matter, needs to be evaluated through that lens as well. And one of the things that I heard in common across all of us who were at that round table is to say, is live sports priced well for FMCG advertisers to find it attractive? Something that, again, the industry needs to think about and solve for.